what his habits are, but we're going to utilize both sex and drugs. We don't know what his habits are. Doesn't matter. We're going to neutralize him. Can you imagine the horrible, the pain, the outrageous action that this government indulges in, to this very day, engages in to stop people? And that includes, by the way, Alex, people like you. You know, and I want to say this at this point. Alex, you and people like you and your show, you all, you and like the Power Hour with Joyce Riley, like the Jack Blood show with Jack Blood, you all and many others, really, the Paul Revere and the Crispus Attucks of the 21st century. And that's what we need. We need more Paul Reveres, more Crispus Attucks to wake the sleeping flock up so that we can change this situation. Back to COINTELPRO. The bottom line is that there is nothing, and I repeat, folks, nothing that this government will not do to, quote, neutralize you. However, we have something that this government will never have. We have, as we used to say in the party, the power of the people. And that's why this government engages in everything that it can to divide and conquer, rule and conquer, keep people in fear of each other, keep people suspicious of each other. You know, and I'm not saying, Alex, I'm not saying that when I say collective struggle, I'm not saying we're going to be in 100% agreement. Anybody who's in 100% agreement with me or anyone else is a damn liar. We don't want liars. It's okay to disagree. But when we disagree, as Brother Malcolm X used to say, let's do it in the closet and come out as a united front. The people, black, white, brown, red, and yellow.
By the way, I noticed that Malcolm X got all this attention. Everything was okay with the system as long as he was, you know, blacks, you know, over here. But as soon as he said everybody needs to get together, that's when they killed him.
You got it, Alex. You just hit it right on the head, my brother. That's the bottom line. As soon as Malcolm evolved, the instant Malcolm evolved and realized that this was a people struggle of all colors and both genders, Malcolm became dangerous. Suddenly, Malcolm had to be neutralized. 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 You can be killed, you can be imprisoned and killed, but you are stopped. And that you hit it right on the head. What more can I say to that, Alex? What more can I say? You said it.
Okay, let's go over what they did to you and others, specifically how COINTELPRO works.
Okay. COINTELPRO works in a way, it's very insidious. Your friends, or who you think are your friends, even whether they might be relatives, they might just be close personal friends. They use people as agents and agent provocateurs to set you up. Let's say you make a statement. Let's say you disagree with Barack Obama, as an example. You disagree with his policy, his NDAA policy. You disagree with his skill list. Well, the actions of COINTELPRO would turn that around and turn it against you. Next thing you know, you've got people saying, he said that he wants to dispense with Obama because of blah, 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 skill list or NDAA.
That's what they always do when Nightline is here or anybody. They say, you're wanting violence. I'm like, when did I talk about violence? They go, you're going to cause it. You're going to cause it. You're going to, and I'm like, wait, I'm against drones killing innocent people and secret arrests and checkpoints. So I'm the one that's going to cause violence?
So who's violent? Who's violent? I would submit to you, my brother, that violence is poverty. I would not only physical poverty, but poverty of the mind. I would submit to you that violence is homelessness. I would submit to you that violence is joblessness, underemployment, foreclosure. Violence is on many levels.
It's violent to give $40 trillion to offshore banks.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's violent. So let's get our priorities in order. Let's talk about, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, who the real purveyors of violence are. It's not we the people. It's those who try to control and corral us, we the people.
I agree, but get into all the stuff they did with killing. I mean, they got people to kill other people. They set people up. Tell folks what they did.
In the party specifically, speaking as a veteran of the Black Panther Party, what they would do was they would get agents. First of all, they just find somebody black, pay them a little money. Okay, you can have, we're going to pay you this. We're going to put you up in a fine pad, crib, house, whatever you want to call it. All right? All we want you to do for us is go in there, join that Black Panther Party, and this is your job. Your job is to cause as much dissension as you possibly can between the brothers and sisters in that party. Get them to kill each other. And then when they start killing each other, you come out, you step forward as a witness, but of course you never indicate that your role was to be an agent provocateur to bring about this killing, to bring about these horrible, horrible atrocities. This is just one example, but they did it to the party throughout the United States. In fact, I was just reading a COINTELPRO document, Alex, just a few days ago about what they did in Minnesota as an example. And this, I'm talking primarily about California and New York, but it happened all over the country. And in Minnesota, I read this FBI COINTELPRO document. You know what they did, my brother, was they sent paid provocateurs to attack people. Okay, this is late 60s, early 70s, who physically attack and injure and harm people. But don't kill them, just hurt them very badly, and then walk away and say, and then you tell everybody, I'm a Black Panther. Okay? Now,
so that's the modern thing. Get the guys out front the place saying you can't vote. Then you can put it on the news. It's a false flag.
Right.
Set up, have people do bad things in your name. Oldest trick in the book.
And the reason that it's the oldest trick in the book, and you're absolutely correct, my brother, the reason it's the oldest trick in the book is because it has consistently worked. And it has consistently worked because we've got too many sheeple, not people, too many sheeple out there who are stuck as potato, whatever you call them, sitting on the couch. What's the term, Alex? Couch potatoes.
Yes.
Couch potatoes who don't understand that couch is about to be pulled out from under their posterior, and that they are about to find themselves in a situation where they have no constitutional or human rights. So yes, I go back to what you said, because all I can do, and all I am doing, Alex, is I'm trying to put a little meat on the bones, but you've already got the bones. You've been putting the bones out there for years, my brother.
Well, do you see this starting to come to a head? Because, I mean, more and more, everything we saw them use in the 60s, 70s, and 80s is back, and it's across the board, demonizing anybody that doesn't like this globalist takeover.
It's worse now. And why is it worse? Because what they do, they went out and got this quote, colored guy, and people talking hope and change, right? When it really wasn't hope and change. It was mental dope and a rope for everybody, okay? And what they did was they said, oh, yeah, they'll go for that. Yeah, they'll go for that. Yeah, sure. We'll get the blacks to go for them because blacks will, oh, we finally got it, Black Christmas. Oh, he did great. You know? The whites will go for him, go, I'm not racist. I'm going to vote for this guy. See, I'm not racist. Okay? Instead of people all standing up and saying, wait a damn minute here. Wait a minute. Who is this guy? What is he about? Who is he really? What are his policies? We don't care about your hope and change. We're not interested in rhetoric. We're interested in action. And as Wayne Madsen, I think you had him on earlier.
Yes.
I've used some of Wayne's work at blackcommentator.com and intrepidreport.com, where he talks about Obama's CIA background, and particularly that of his parents, but not just his parents, Obama himself, who worked for, by the way, BIC. Okay.
And the grandparents, and then you've got all the weird, exactly, I was bringing it up with the guy earlier who just gets into the communist stuff. More and more, I think that's just the cover. Really, yes. This is deep CIA.
Yes, we're talking deep cover here. It's a cover, all right, but it is the cover. And it is time for people to do like they said in that movie, pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay attention to what is affecting all of us.
Wow, it's great to talk to somebody so conscious and awake. And again, it's just normal for those of us that are awake. But I look at the general public, they're in trances.
Yeah,
I want to talk about that when we get back, because I talk to adults, men who are like children, and they just have no idea what's going on. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our final segment in this hour. We've definitely got to get him back up in the near future. By the way, the crazy Ronald McDonald killer, who his mother said she didn't say he did it, the guy they're claiming did it, who can't talk and is obviously so drugged up, I mean, who knows what really happened? Now it turns out he got a $26,000 grant from the Institutes of Health, was involved with the Pentagon and stuff. That's CBS News. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Operation Northwood saying they would shoot people in the U.S. and then blame it on foreign enemies, and even how to frame patsies. We're talking to Larry Pinckney of the original Black Panther Party about COINTELPRO that came out in congressional testimony, and his work and others helped get it cut back for a few decades, but it's back. Knowing what I know and about official, different official stories and how it works and the way they put things out, I mean, I can't put anything past the system running false flags or staged events. And this whole shooting out in Colorado, I think, stinks to high heaven.
Come on, Alex. Look, first of all, let's look at the hypocrisy of it. All right, the horrible tragedy in Aurora, Colorado. And it was a horrible tragedy, okay? But who did this nation find itself turning to for condolences and comfort? Why, none other than the kill list, Predator drone missile, NDAA signing Barack Obama. Excuse me, but something is rotten in Denmark, and it stinks to high heaven. And, I mean, come on, all we have to do is just use our, oh my God, just use our common sense.
Well, that's the exact point I made, is that they will kill over 200 people at a wedding to get one person they claim is a terrorist, violating the Geneva Convention and international and our own law, and then say, oh, that's just collateral damage. We killed a whole bunch of kids and women, and we blew a bunch of them got their arms and legs blown off and are wounded for life. Big deal. But then, half-mast and all this. I mean, it's so obvious what they're doing.
Yes. Not only obvious, my friend, my brother, but it is despicable. It is time for the people of this nation of all colors to wake the hell up. It is time for us to understand that we're being pimped. The pain of the people, of everyday, ordinary people, is being pimped to high heaven. And only we, the people, can change that. And we got to put aside our differences. Of course, we're going to have differences. We need to put them aside, okay, in favor of our common interests. We deal with those differences, but right now, we better damn well deal with our survival.
Well said. We're going to have you back up soon, as we're basically out of time here, to talk about some of the other things that happened. I mean, get out the congressional admissions of all the horrible things COINTELPRO did. But I remember interviewing Ted Gunderson, and he apologized for it, but he admitted they would just call up Black Panther Party members' wives and have women call up and say that they were cheating on them and stuff. Just, stuff like that. But that's nothing compared to planting drugs on people. I know that went on, too.
Yes, all the time. And Alex, the fact of the matter is, it's very painful for me. I try to get this information across. I don't want people to be in fear. I want people to get mad. As Malcolm said, sad people don't do nothing. The angry people, they do something.
Oh, I agree with you. People always think I'm putting this out to scare them. No, I want people to hear the truth and shame those that are doing wrong, so we stand up and say no. Is there a website we can visit, Mr. Pinckney?
Yes, sir. BlackActivistWritersGuild.org. www.blackactivistwritersguild. Please come and visit.
All right.
My brother,